Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Chris Howard, the 8th president of Robert Morris University, and I welcome you here today for this historic and sweeping announcement. I want to extend my greetings to our special guests from the community colleges of Western Pennsylvania. You will hear from each of them shortly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 2021 marks the 100th anniversary of the founding of Robert Morris University. We have continuously evolved and transformed ourselves during the first century of our existence, but we have remained unwavering in our commitment to provide a professionally focused education that is affordable and adaptable to the needs of the students, no matter what stage they are in their life's journey, and that launches them into, indeed, great careers. This has truly been a year of milestones at RMU. Last month, we proudly announced that the Netflix founder and CEO, Reed Hastings, has given the university a $3 million gift to fund 20 full tuition scholarships for underrepresented students pursuing careers in STEM-related fields. Dubbed the Next Century Scholars Program, this brings the total we have raised under the RMU 100 Ready to Rise fundraising campaign to $105 million. And we exceeded that goal of $100 million a year early, which the president's no means I'm going to tell the development people, you need to double that goal. You can laugh at that. Today, we announce a groundbreaking new initiative called Rmu Gateway that represents the next chapter in our history of offering multiple pathways for students to earn a college degree and launch a great career. Now, joining us in this initiative are our 4 institutions, our friends that share RMU's commitment to providing the people of Western Pennsylvania an affordable and accessible college degree that will provide them with great careers and ensure the economic vitality of the entire region. The Community College of Allegheny County, the Community College of Beaver County, Butler County Community College, and Westmoreland County Community College. In short, RMU Gateway will allow for students at each of these community colleges to be admitted and enrolled simultaneously at Robert Morris University. Let me say that again. This initiative, RMU Gateway, will allow for students at each of these community colleges to be admitted and enrolled simultaneously at Robert Morris University. But it gets better. Thank you very much. It gets better. The RMU Gateway initiative will allow a community college student to be admitted directly to Robert Morris and to take up to 12 credits at RMU at the same time that they earn an associate's degree from their community college. Tuition for those credits will be equal to what students pay at the community college, resulting in a significant cost savings. Students enrolled in the RMU Gateway program will also be eligible to live in university housing and purchase the university's meal plan while they complete their associate's degree. They will have access to all campus amenities, including, I might add, our newly renovated John Jay Center, home of the School of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science, and not to mention the building that we're in right now, the UPMC Event Center. After a student has completed their associate's degree, they will transfer to RMU, where they will be eligible for a range of transfer-specific scholarships and other forms of financial aid. Ladies and gentlemen, RMU Gateway not only will put college within reach of thousands of students, but it also bolsters the commitment of each institution to ensuring that Western Pennsylvania has that highly skilled, professionally focused workforce it needs to sustain itself for economic growth. We're training the workforce of the future together. Now, before I yield the floor to the presidents of our community college partners, each of whom will speak in turn, I wanted to commend them for their vision and their dedication to their students and to this region we call home. Now, this is when my head of marketing and public relations gets nervous. I'm going to go off script. And I'm going to go off script simply to say this. To the folks that are staff and faculty and students at these 4 institutions, these presidents are tough and they're thoughtful. And they really held our feet to the fire on this. They had some great questions. We committed ourselves to pursuing best practices, and they just trusted but verified. And so I want to commend each of you all on your diligence on behalf of your students. And I know we got a ways to go, but I told you we could get here. And now we're here, which is a good thing. Now, it's not easy for 2 institutions to hammer out this kind of agreement. For 5 to do it all at once is simply unprecedented. Thank you, and I'm grateful to be in your company today. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Quentin Bullock, President of the Community College of Allegheny County.
Thank you, President Howard, and thank you so much for the warm introduction and for your hospitality in hosting today's event. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here at Robert Morris University in the company of my fellow community college presidents to announce Rmu Gateway, a dynamic new initiative that paves the way for students from all 5 of our respective institutions to meet their academic goals and achieve career success. This historic collaboration leverages the collective strengths of Southwestern Pennsylvania's community colleges and Robert Morris University, enabling students the opportunity to reap the reward of a dual college experience predicated on our shared commitment to providing exceptional education that is both affordable and easy accessible. As a result of the agreement, we will be signing today CCAC students as well as students from CCBC, BC3, and WCCC will now be able to be accepted into and enroll at RMU and take up to 12 credits as they continue to pursue their associate's degree. This is a great deal for CCAC students, as it will not only help our students get a jump start on their RMU classes, it will also allow them to take full advantage of what both institutions have to offer, including CCAC's affordable tuition rates. Students both need and are seeking multiple pathways to earn their degree and other workforce credentials. For CCAC career-focused students, this partnership provides just the kind of flexibility they need to compete in today's ever-changing and complex global society. And it is programs like this, one like RMU and CCAC, CCBC, BC3, and WCCC, who offer what is needed to help our students meet the pressing and ongoing need for skilled and knowledgeable workforce professionals in this and other parts of the country in the coming years. This agreement will also go a long way in helping our students realize their potential, while at the same time strengthening the seamless transferability and the close working relationships that exist between our 5 institutions. Before I turn over the floor to my esteemed colleague, I want to personally thank all of you who have been dedicated to this important initiative, both professionally and personally, to advancing the pursuit of higher education in our region. It is items and actions like this that provide our graduates some of the most sought after in their career field. And now, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce my colleague, Dr. Roger Davis, President of the Community College of Beaver County.
Thank you, Dr. Bullock. At the Community College of Beaver County, we are constantly striving to find ways to improve the student experience, create connections, and put students first. As a standing priority, we have always provided flexible class schedules, small classroom sizes, and career-focused pathways even before the pandemic.
Partnering with RMU to create even more opportunity for students to complete their degrees is a natural evolution of how the higher education system should work. This means working together for the students, listening to the needs of our region, and sharing, not duplicating resources. CCBC offers programs and degrees that enable graduates to land essential and high-paying jobs in the healthcare and in industrial technology industries. Partnering with RMU and Rmu Gateway, and we've been partnering with RMU for a very long time, this offering, we believe, makes our graduates even more marketable to companies in Pittsburgh, the region, and nationally. So thank you, RMU, and thank you to my colleagues. It is my esteemed pleasure to introduce at this time the president of Butler County Community College, Dr. Nicholas Newpower.
Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you so much for hosting us. You know, in a different life, I spent many hours covering basketball games, high school and Robert Morris games, when I was a reporter for the Beaver County Times. That's a long, long time ago. And here it is as a Western Pennsylvania Community College president at RMU, and I, along with my colleagues, could not be more thrilled. This is an historic event, frankly. At our institutions, the community colleges, all 14 of us, but specifically the Western community colleges, we're all about our students. We don't make a move that isn't student-centered. And where we are in higher education nowadays, there are a lot of opportunities to partner with senior institutions. But we carefully vet these and we do what's best for our students and our institutions. This terrific RMU Gateway project does exactly that. You had mentioned that the president's carefully vetted, and of course as presidents we're surrounded by great colleagues and great staff members. But it was one of those meetings where it dawned on me, being originally from Elwood City and spending a lot of time here as a reporter for the Beaver County Times, that Robert Morris University is centrally located to all of the institutions. That's frankly a big deal when you consider that our students can take classes here while they're enrolled at our place, and as you said, that great offer of the 12 credits at our very affordable tuition. But it's more than geography. It's about a great partnership that is really highlighting and focusing on our best asset, our students. I'm particularly excited about the opportunity for our students to take advantage of a transfer center, which symbolically, I think, really walks the talk and indicates just how important our students are to Robert Morris University. So from Butler County Community College, could not be more honored to be part of this historic event with such a terrific higher ed institution like Robert Morris University. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce a close personal friend and another great colleague president like President Davis and President Bullock, and that is President Tuesday Stanley. Thank you.
At a recent event, I had your job of disinfecting in between, so I know, and I appreciate that work for sure. So, Dr. Howard, mostly I go off script, which, you know, makes it a challenge. So while I do have notes, I probably will say a few things. So first of all, I hope I get brownie points for dressing in the RMU colors. But I do have my Wolfpack mask on. So I'm also paying tribute to Westmoreland for sure. So when we first started the conversation of having a dual admissions agreement with RMU, we were very excited. And then Dr. Howard turned around and said, Not only will I see that, but I'm going to raise you one. Let's get together as Western Pennsylvania community colleges with RMU, and then let's take it to the next level and not just have a dual admissions agreement, but have the 12 credit hours at RMU at the community college rate. Have the extra advising for our students so that they're integrated into the culture here at RMU. And so I am very proud to be amongst the people in this room who are so innovative and visionary. And as Dr. Newpower said, putting students first. So at Westmoreland, we are excited to be able to take a dual admissions agreement, turn it on its head, and make it even better. So thank you for all of that. I am also pretty excited that students can participate in all of the student life activities here at RMU, at our institution. And when our students transfer, sometimes that can be a difficult experience. They're used to us, but they're not used to RMU. And so the fact that it comes with an orientation and that integration throughout their entire educational career is pretty exciting. It lessens that anxiety for our students. So they get a great tuition, a great educational experience, and less anxiety, in addition to all of their credits transferring. So it is a win for everybody. I would be remiss if I didn't thank several people in addition to my colleagues in the room. On my team, I would like to thank Dr. Bishop and Dr. Beeler, who, I get up and I get to talk, and they get to do all the work. So I'm very appreciative of them and their staff. Also, Maria Lafredo, who is our transfer counselor, Janet Carini Harvey, who is our Director of Communications, and all of the faculty who worked together to make this a reality today. And so onward and upward, and I appreciate everyone, and congratulations.
Thank you all for those wonderful remarks. Dr. Stanley, that's Xavier Hickman. He's an alum of Robert Morris University. He's my deputy chief of staff, and he can do a lot more than wiping off and disinfecting. I promise you all know him. I'm going to brag on him a bit. He's a Penn Hills graduate, so Aaron Donald ain't got nothing on him. He's the #1 Penn Hills graduate in my book. Was the head of the band fraternity, played the sousaphone here, graduated BSBA in sport management, and then he went back and did his MBA with extraordinary distinction, and he's put up with me. Other than my wife, I think he's the only guy that puts up with me so much, but I wanted to just applaud publicly the exemplar of what Robert Morris stands for and what your graduate stands for, and that's Xavier Hickman. So Xavier, thank you. Now back to work, huh? So thank you all again. But before we formally sign the RMU Gateway Agreement and close out today's event, I want to make a couple of quick housekeeping announcements. Information about RMU Gateway can be found at rmu.edu/gateway. That's rmu.edu/gateway. And we will soon be posting dates and times for upcoming informational sessions so we can, as you addressed before, President Stanley, we can tamp down that anxiety. So we'll be putting those out virtually, first of all, and then in the near future, we'll be doing them on your campuses as well, and also here. Also, I want to take a moment to thank a few people at Robert Morris University for making this day possible. Dr. Marianne Rapeth, the provost. And I will tell you, having been involved with some of the best practices for four institutions and community colleges working together, it is the faculty and the academic leadership of the program that have to buy in, or we all know it doesn't go anywhere. And when Provost Rapeth said that, Chris, I think we can do this, I knew it was going to get done. John Rademacher, who's also here, Associate Provost for Academic Administration. Thank you, John. Tim Slock, and I am so sorry that he is not here. He's had a death in the family. Assistant Provost for Articulations and the Dean of the University Library. And I know my fellow presidents will agree, when you have someone who's a up-and-coming leader on your team, and you say, I'm going to stretch you. How far are you going to stretch me, Dr. I'm going to pull your limbs apart, right? So we got Tim and we said, we got an idea for you, but it's going to hurt. and is going to pull you, and he did such a great job, and he has such a deep and abiding respect for your respective staffs. But I just want to give Tim a particular shout out, as it were, because he worked so diligently, and he's proud, and he's not done yet. He's looking forward to helping launch this Transfer Center of Excellence, et cetera. John Michaelenko, our Vice President for Student Life. Kelly Lorenzi, who's here, Associate Vice President for Enrollment Management. Amjad Ali, the Dean of the School of Informatics, Humanities, and Social Sciences. Miria Kalovich, the Dean of the School of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science. Mark Myers, the Dean of the School of Nursing, Education, and Human Studies. And Michelle Patrick, the Dean of the School of Business. Also, our Vice President for Public Relations and Marketing, Jonathan Potts. He told me not to put it in there, but I'm the president, so I put it back in. So Jonathan, thanks for your hard work. So I'm going to give each of you all a round of applause and say thank you again. And that round of applause extends to the faculty and staff to our other institutions here as well. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to sign. I'll go first. I'll sign, and you can come up in the order that you gave your talk, and just take the pen with you. And that'll be our gift to you. So I'll leave this here. You taking pictures, Mitch? There, you taking pictures? Okay, so I'll take off my mask while we do that. They teach you that in president's school. Quentin and I went to president's school together at Harvard, so we know.
I cannot top their smile. Thank you. All right, Nick.
So, last but not least, I have one little gift for our parting gift for our guests, and I'll show everybody one, and then I'll give them to you. So we had a method to our madness. So when we took the picture together, when we took our picture together, my team was working very closely to get a picture. So it has, you can zero in on this. It has all 5 of our smiling faces. We were all thinking about the $40 billion we're going to be getting from the government soon. And then, so we smiled. And then we have all of our team, you know, Team Pennsylvania right there. So I'm going to give these out now, so you're most welcome. So ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our event. So if we can just make our way out, I wanted to show you all the basketball arena real quick as you head out and let you go back to your busy lives and your jobs. And thank you all. Here's the beginning to a great partnership for Rmu Gateway. So